Welcome to Co-op Guild. This is Steve. I'm here with a preview playthrough for Lord of Loot, upcoming crafting game all based on gathering loot, defeating bosses, and leveling up. In this video, I'll be demonstrating a preview playthrough of the demo copy. Keep in mind, this is a preview, so everything's subject to change, including art, components, gameplay, all the works. If you like this type of content, likes and subscribes help us the most. If you have any questions or anything, see below, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. So here's the game Lord of Loot, mostly set up. We have a board in front of us, which is the world we'll be traveling along, gathering loot, of course, Lord of Loot, right? Leveling up and defeating enemies. We win the game by defeating two bosses. So we're playing against these two bosses in this playthrough. There's a number of bosses to pick from. You can do it randomly, of course, or pick and choose what type of experience you want. We lose the game if heroes collectively die 3 times. We lose the game if we go through this deck too many times as well. Basically what happens is when we go through that deck, we'll add one of these cards into the deck above, and we'll keep doing that until we have no more cards to add to that deck. And when that deck runs out, that's the end of the game. The game does support true solo play, but I will be running 2 heroes in this playthrough so you can see a little bit of the differences between the heroes. One of the heroes I'll be playing is the Druid. So this is probably the most straightforward hero. We can look at what's on the board itself. So up at the top is probably the most important section. This is your stamina. So you've got actually 2 fields, one on the left and one on the right. And you can treat these as basically one long health bar. You can think of it that way. Now, there's an important distinction though. The hearts on the left are easier to get back. You get them back by eating a lot of times. So you're finding food or foraging. They're easy to get back. The ones on the right are much harder to get back. Those you need medical kits or some other way to heal. That is a little more challenging to do. Below that you see, of course, our character image. So this is the Druid, and you can see their starting ability. So right now, unarmed, with his attack, he has 1 dice, and he has no dice for defense. In the middle, we do have a level indicator. He starts at level 1. The max you get in this game is level 3. Below that, we have these spaces, and these spaces will hold all the spells we encounter throughout the game, so you can get cool, fun abilities. And of course, we have our knapsack, so any items or weapons we get in the game, if we can't actually fit them in our bag by physically putting them in this, because this is a dual layer board, then we must leave them. So the Druid's special ability is all of his hearts are available to him even at level 1, but he's going to start with 4 hearts in both of those slots. Now let's look at the Witch. So the Witch, of course, has her stamina and health slots, but you see that's a little bit different in that some of the hearts do have locks on them. So this one, I cannot have health in there until I get to level 3. Of course, I can't get to max stamina until I get to level 2. She also starts with just 1 offensive dice when she's unarmed, but you see her board looks a lot different. She has, instead of just a few spells, she has a lot of spells because, of course, she's the Witch. So her special ability is when she draws a spell, she'll draw 2 spells instead of 1. So she has lots of things to choose from. And she does have, instead of a knapsack, she has this little chest. So she can't hold as many items, but we still need to fit any items or weapons she does gather into that space. So looking at the board, this is the board we'll be traveling along. And you can see that there's these different paths that connect the different circles, the different locations you can move to. So those help determine adjacency in this game. And any circles that are empty, we can actually be able to populate by exploring what's there, by flipping over these tiles and seeing what is going to pop up in those spots. So our heroes will always start at the castle right here. And the game does come with these really nice miniatures. So we got a Witch miniature and a Druid miniature. Now for purposes of this playthrough, I'm actually going to replace those with their standee versions so it'll be easy to see on camera. Now, speaking of which, what you see here, all of these standees do come with bases. I'm not using the bases, so on camera you can see them more clearly because obviously that's not very clear. So just to let you know, there are standees in this game. Now, one important thing about the map is down here, this is the time of day. So we have morning, noon, evening, and night. So this will be moving around in a circle, and the cards will tell us when it moves, and that will trigger all sorts of fun abilities as you see throughout the playthrough. Now, I do want to point out these 3 blue locations on the board right now. You see here, anything around blue is kind of like a civilized location. So we've got a town here you can visit, another inn we can visit here, or down here, and of course this castle we start in. Nice about all those locations is we don't need to feed because we're not in the wilderness, and they have different abilities. Like here, we can actually go get some weapons manufactured. This must be, I think, the blacksmith. And then down here, we have the inn, which we can heal up. We can rent a space at the inn. There's other tokens on the board, but I'll explain those in just a sec. But let's first look at the bosses we're fighting. So we're fighting against two different bosses in this one. The first one is Volcanus the Brooding, and that is this character right here. Volcanus isn't your typical villain. Sure, he lives in a smoldering volcano and dabbles in crafting impossibly powerful magical treasures, but honestly, he just wants to be left alone to enjoy his molten lair in peace. Lately, though, he's been driven to the edge of madness by a group of overzealous gnomes. For reasons only they understand, these pint-sized pests have declared it their sacred duty to toss Volcanus' prized artifacts into the volcano, destroying centuries of meticulous craftsmanship. Outrageous! Now, Volcanus is one enchanted goblet away from going full berserk, and it's up to you to stop the gnomes before the lava hits the fan. So you see here, this is one of the easier bosses. So you can see an easier one. I did choose a harder one as well. But part of the setup, it tells us to put Volcanus way up here to start. And then this is his lair token as well. And you can see we do have gnomes. So here's one of the gnomes. Of course, he's carrying his golden trinkets. So how this works is in order to be able to even attack the boss, we must complete their quest first. Each different enemy has a quest in this game. So before we can attack Volcanus himself, we must stop these gnomes from reaching the mountain to throw in their treasures. Might sound a little familiar, right? That's why I chose this one. like this twist. So yeah, these be moving along the path, and they ever make it to that spot, we lose the game. The other boss is this guy we'll be fighting against. Once a humble mechanical bird designed to entertain nobles, our falcon became a little obsessed with his own golden sheen. Over time, this self-adoration spiraled out of control. He started seeing anything non-golden as beneath him, literally. Ordinary objects, people, even entire landscapes ceased to exist in his eyes if they didn't sparkle with gold's divine glow. This delusion became so powerful that it twisted reality itself. Nothing that isn't golden can touch him, let alone harm him. To defeat our falcon, you'll need to embrace his golden obsession, equipping yourselves with weapons and gear that meet his absurdly high standards. So this is a more challenging boss to face. So he will start up here with his lair. That's his lair indication, the little nest there. And he spawns his extra enemy here. This is just a regular enemy spawns there. Now, the interesting thing about this boss is he doesn't have a quest. He's the only one that doesn't have a quest. Well, kind of. We can attack him right away, but we need a golden weapon to be able to do damage to him. So you kind of have to build up, level up, get strong enough to get that golden weapon, and then you can actually be able to attack him. The other thing you see on the board, we do have these guards. These guards they don't do anything. They won't really attack us. They'll attack back once we attack them. They're just sleeping on the job, as you can see. But they tend to be easier enemies to take out because they'll give you a weapon and a spell, help you get started when you start the game. Okay, let's start the actual gameplay. So how the game works is we'll do a hero turn followed by a monster phase. And the monster phase is very simple. We're just going to draw one of these cards and resolve it. And then next hero go, monster card, rinse and repeat until we win or we lose the game. So let's go start to play with our Druid. He'll take the first turn. So how the turn works, it's very simple. The first thing we need to do is we must eat. So you notice up here it's got a green symbol. And if we don't have a green symbol, we lose a health. And so basically what that's telling us is we must eat food. All the green discs in this game are food. But we have a special thing going on because we start in the castle. If we do look at the castle closer, it does have this symbol here, which means we don't actually have to get rid of food while we're here. Because guess what? There's plenty of sources of food at the castle. No need to worry about hunger. So no hunger there. Then after we do the hunger part of the game, we can take our actions. And we can take 4 actions. And these are the actions we can take. Very simple is move from one location to another location. If you're at a location without something in that space, you may reveal a disc and put it there. Let's explore. Some locations do have an ability you can activate over and over and over again. We'll see those on the game. That's what that's going to do. And if there's any items in that spot, you may pick up all the items in your spot. And then if there's any other players in there, you can exchange stuff. So you can give them items or weapons that you may have. So you can exchange however you want freely like that. And of course, attack is the final one. So very simple as we go through this turn. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move down this path. So remember the paths connect to different discs. I'm going to move him way down here to this location. That might be my first of my 4 actions to do. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and explore that location. So let's add a disc there. So this is what we drew. So it looks like we found an encampment. So when we reveal these discs, we'll do whatever symbols down here. So this is a red bag. We're going to draw from the red bag. Now it also has that swirly symbol on as well. So we can spend additional actions while you're there to draw additional discs from that bag. So in this game, there's lots of bags. There's a bag of items, weapons, and spells in this game. So we're going to draw 1 disc from this bag and see what we get. See what we find. We found food. So we found a fish. If we eat the fish, we'll go up +1 on our stamina track. Now specifically, that is the stamina symbol. Now, as a reminder, notice that the color of that heart, it matches this heart here. It's very specific that those can only give us hearts on our left side of our board, not our right side. So like I said, food, eat, get that stamina. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it in our bag. Now, the nice thing about this game is, other than those 4 actions I showed you, everything else is basically free to do. So I can eat that without spending one of my actions. I just do it. But that was 2 of my actions. 1 to move, 1 to flip. I'm going to move 3, 4. I'm going to move down here next to this sleeping guard, and my next turn is I'm going to take out that guard, but we'll do that next. Now it's going to be the monster phase. Now this is a little bit different because we're playing with the volcanist, so he's got the gnome. So this is a reminder token reminding me that before I draw this card, I must move the gnomes. So how we do that is we look at what time of day it is. It's currently morning. So if we look at the gnomes, this one does have the morning symbol on him. So he's going to move 1 space. So move 1 space with the druid right there. Okay, so now we're going to draw and resolve this card. So this symbol means we need to move the bosses. And the bosses are very simple. They're going to move towards the closest hero to them. If it's a tie, they're going to try to split up to try to move equally towards different heroes. And then what you're going to do is drop 2 items in their spot. And then if anybody's in that spot, they are going to attack. So we do have this volcanist. He's coming down here. And then he's going to drop 2 things there, and this one is going to move down here, and they're both going to drop 2 items each. So Volcanus is going to drop down, looks like, ooh, some more food and a medical kit. That's nice. And Aurora Falcon is going to drop some bones and some more food. Now, the bones are useful for spells, so that's one of the ingredients you need for spells. So now it's the witch's turn. So the witch, I was hoping to go up there and take out that guard. The boss is there. I can move in there and not worry about being attacked, of course. But I think it's pretty tempting. I need to get some gear to take down these bosses or these enemies. So the first thing I'll do is I'll move here for 1. Second thing I'll move here for 2. And remember, I didn't have to eat because I had food there. Third thing I'm going to do, I'm going to attack this guard here. So how attacking works is we need to look at what level they are. So this is a 1 level enemy. And he's a little bit different. Now normally what you do for enemies, you roll this purple die just based upon the number of the level. But in this case, he's easier, so we gotta draw or roll just one of these attack dice. And then for us, we're gonna roll our symbol. So now remember, as the witch there, the starting abilities is we only have 1 orange attack die. That's it. So we're gonna do 1 orange attack die versus his orange attack die and see what happens. So the symbols on the dice are pretty straightforward. They're either attack symbols or block symbols. And so enemies that roll attack symbols, if you roll shield or stop it. Likewise, if you roll attack symbol and the enemy rolls any shield symbols, they will block your attacks. But in this case, since we're rolling just these orange dice, they're only attack symbols, so there's a chance that we might deal damage to him. And because he has level 1, he has 1 health. And there's a chance he might deal damage to us. So hopefully only ours hits and his misses. Alright, let's roll for ours first. We missed, that's not great. Let's see what he does. He also missed. Okay, so nothing happened there. It's a little bit risky, but let's do it again. Let's do our attack first. Come on. Let's see if we can hit him. Yes, and see if he blocks it. Oh, he won't block it, but oh, he doesn't attack us back. That's great. So we were able to defeat him. So when we defeat him, we're going to get the reward of 1 weapon and 1 spell. But remember, the witch does have a special ability. Her special ability is every time she gets a spell, she gets 2 instead of 1. So she's going to get 1 weapon and 2 spells. And then this enemy will get removed from the game. Alright, let's see what weapon we get. Reach in the bag and see what we draw. We draw into a shield. So this is a silver shield, or iron shield, let's just say. There are basically 3 different types of weapons. There's wood, iron, and gold. And so anything that's made of iron requires a level 2. Anything that's gold requires a level 3. So this is a nice, very nice shield, but we can't use it yet because we need wood. We can only use wooden weapons. So right now, we're just going to take this and put it into our storage there. So hopefully we can use it later. But we do get 2 spells. So let's reach in the bag and see what 2 spells we get. So here's the 2 spells. So the first one up here requires either fire or bones. And we can turn that in to get another spell, which is going to make our witch very happy. So she can stock up on all those spells. And again, yes, she would draw 2 spells instead of 1, which is really, really awesome. Then she can also use apparently the same resources to get either attack or block on one of her combats. And those will go into her spell slots here. So we'll just fill them up like that. Now the bad news is she doesn't have food, and she's also in a spot with a boss. So hopefully the boss doesn't activate. We'll find out just a second. So first we got to activate the gnomes. So he's going to move 1 space this direction. We must take him out pretty soon here. And of course we got to draw our card to see what bad things the boss is going to move. But they're only going to move if there's no enemies in, or no targets in their spots. So unfortunately she is going to get attacked. We're going to drop 2 items after they move, and then they're going to attack. And then we do advance the daytime marker. So this boss is going to move down here. And we're going to drop 2 more items there. Of course, this one's going to stay still because we are right there. He's not leaving, of course. Why would he leave? So we're going to drop, gold there and more bone. And then we're going to drop 2 more things in that spot. The good news is there'll be a lot of things to pick up. Wood and food. Oh, this is interesting food, by the way. So this food will give us 3 of those gold hearts, but we have to lose 1 of our red hearts. So harder, those ones are harder to heal, like I said, but you do get a lot of, it's kind of like cursed mushroom. Now we're going to do combat. So how does combat work? Combat works based upon the level. So of course, if you look at this boss here, he's got a number 4. Enemies are rolling a whopping 4 purple dice, and we can roll our dice, which is 1 orange. Now the kicker is I can roll this die, but it's literally not going to do anything because I cannot deal damage to the boss until we complete the quest. The quest is defeating those gnomes, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother rolling this one. I'm just going to roll these symbols, and hopefully we don't roll any of those swords. That's the goal. We'll see what happens here. Come on. All shields. All shields. All shields. Oh, we got all shields. He missed us. Oh, we got lucky there. Whew. Okay. And we do advance the hour down to mid-noon now. Okay. We got super lucky on that roll. Okay, it's the Druid's turn. So the first thing you do have to do is you do have to eat food. So coming over here, we do have food. We can eat it. We're good. We don't have to worry about that. Now, anytime you use food in this game, or any item in this game, you can choose to put it back in the bag where it came from or remove it from the game. That lets you like filter out the different symbols you may want to see or not see. In this case, food's super useful. I'm going to put it back in the bag. Okay, I think our goal for our Druid is kind of do the same thing. I want him to defeat this guard, and I want to come up here and defeat this gnome. So if we can do both those this turn, I'll be very, very happy. So our Druid does only have 1 die, and of course our guard has 1 die as well. So let's see if we can't take him out. So our Druid's attack, first attack, is a success. That's great. Followed by the guard's attack, which is a miss. So far so good. Got lucky there. So we did defeat the guard. We're going to get 1 weapon and 1 spell. All right, let's see what weapon we get. Draw into the bag and reach in. We get another iron shield. Wow, we're getting lots of iron weapons in this game. So that's going to go into our sack, of course. So we've got a lot more room. So we've got plenty of room there. And we do get another spell. So let's see what type of spell we do get here. Reach on the bag, and we get this one here. So looking at this, this is pretty cool because if I get wood and bone, I can turn those both in to get another weapon. So he can make his own weapons. That's going to be very useful because we need to get some wooden weapons. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to explore this location, see what's there. Oh, that's nice. This one is, we found like a stream or pond with fish in it. When we add this to the board, we do get to do this action right away. So you see he's got a green disc. So we reach into the red bag and we must get a green disc, which is food, which is nice. Of course, you can stay there and fish all day you want and get lots of food. So we're gonna reach in and find our first green disc we draw. Looks like we got this one, which is that another cursed mushroom. Okay. I'm gonna go here with this guy, and I'm gonna do my last action. I'm gonna look into that location as well. Oh, sweet! We found a dungeon keep. So this one we do draw a weapon. Now, if you notice it, if you look closely at this spot, we don't actually have that circle arrow symbol on it, so we can't actually keep searching it. It says, well, the first time you uncover it, you get a weapon, and that's basically it. Which is perfect, because hopefully we draw a wooden weapon. So let's see what weapon we draw in here. Gold weapon will be bad either, because we do need to get those. We did get a wooden weapon. So look at this weapon. It's got a couple of things on it. So it tells you how many dice you roll. But if you notice, there's actually a little outline around it. So you see it's got a little green outline around the left side and a little beige outline around the right side. So if I'm attacking an enemy of that type, there are orcs, which are green. So then I'll roll 3 dice. Or if I'm attacking the beige enemy, which are any of the skeletons, I'll roll 3 dice there as well. So, but I don't roll any dice normally. So a little bit of a, it's good, but it's situationally good wooden weapon. Now we'll put it into this arm slot here. Now it's kind of good and bad. The good news is we do have this skeleton. He hasn't activated yet, but he's pretty beefy, and that 3 dice will help a lot against him. But the downside is we do have this gnome, and he doesn't have those types, so we can't use those dice against him. We might need to find some other weapon and be able to take out these gnomes, but we still have a little bit of time. We still have some time. Speaking of time, let's go on to the monster phase. So gnomes move. So now we're in high noon time. We have a different one to move. So this one's going to move 1 space forward. Okay, and then we draw a card and see what happens. We have the bosses are going to attack, and then all monsters are going to move and attack. So, oh boy, the witch is going to get pummeled. No, live. Okay, this boss is a little bit closer to our druid, so he's going to move down here as he's getting closer. He wants to attack. He can't. There's no one attacking his spot. Of course, a volcanist is going to attack, so the same thing as before. Hopefully, we roll all shields. Probably won't happen again, but we'll see. Yeah, not even. 3 hits, which is horrible. Come up to our health board. We remove 3 hearts from that spot. So not a good start for our witch here, but it was risky being in that location, of course. And then, of course, we do have every other monster is going to activate, which we only have 1 on the board. He is going to move closer to the nearest character, and then he wants to attack. There's no one attack in his spot. Okay, it's the witch's turn. She, unfortunately, doesn't have any food, so she's going to lose another health. It's not a good start. We just need to get out of there. Oh, quick retcon. I forgot one thing. Anytime a monster or a boss hits you, you can force, and you take damage, you can force them to retreat. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually, at the end of last turn when she did take damage, I'm going to have him retreat back to his lair up here. Okay, so we still start. So she doesn't have any food, but now she can pick up all of these items in her location. So I'll pick up all that stuff, which is great. We do have space to hold all of it. We still need to find more weapons, though. That's the key. Speaking of finding weapons, let's keep searching. So I'm going to search in this spot here, see what we find. Oh, perfect. We found another one. Come on, wooden weapon. Come on, wooden weapon. Let's see what we get. Roll. Let's grab a random weapon from here, and we get another wooden shield. So that does help. We can use it. So maybe she won't die as quickly now. We'll give her. She rolled 2 dice for blocking instead of 0, which helps. Okay, so that was her first action. We'll move down here for a second action. Third action, let's search. Oh, this is nice. So this one, when you search it, you can either find an item or a spell. Remember, she gets 2 spells. The item is really, really tempting, but I think what I'm going to do for her, because she's just spell crazy, let's go for the 2 spells. So let's reach in the bag and see what 2 spells we draw. Okay, she drew these 2 spells. So the first one is really nice because you can spend food now as a regular health. So now food can heal you much easier. The one below this is I can use wood or iron. Now remember, weapons can be a source of wood, iron, or gold. So if you see that in the symbol, so I can get rid of a wood weapon and place that wood token. But then what it says here, this is an upgrade. So if we look at one of our items we've gathered, let's take this iron shield, for example. This is the regular side. If we upgrade, we flip it over. And basically what we get now, if we look closely, it does give us an automatic block. So now you have removed that randomness to get more deterministic combat. Oh, and you can tell that it might be a little harder on camera to see, but there's a blue glow around all the weapons. And of course, you can tell by the symbols on it as well. Let me go ahead and actually use the health kit and this apple to heal 2 hearts. So 1 regular heart and 1 stamina heart there. So let's put these back in the bag because those are very, very useful to have. I still have 1 more action. I need to get items really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to this spot and end my turn there. The nice thing about that one is I don't have to eat. I'm kind of going for these resources, maybe search those as well. So as I try to get build up to do more attack and damage. The nice thing is I can actually get an automatic attack. I may be able to take out a gnome without a weapon if I get the right spells. So, all right, that's it for her. We have to activate the enemies. So we do have the noon one activating. So he's going to move here. And let's draw our card. And bosses are going to move and attack. Wow. They're very active in this game. The interesting about this one is these are random cards. And so you learn the deck as you play through it. So you have a different experience each time because you won't play with all the cards in every game. So move and attack, and then this says if there are no enemies, we must spawn an enemy. But we do have an enemy on the board. So he's going to move down here. No one to attack. And this guy is going to move. Oh, he looks like he can move down. Oh, not here. Sorry. This boss. There's the guy we want. He's moved down here, and he is going to attack our Druid. So unfortunately, our Druid is getting attacked with that 4 dice. He doesn't have any shields he can use, so he's probably just going to take this one. So let's see. Hopefully we roll mostly shields. Here we go. Oh my god, that is horrible. That's the worst. Woo! Okay, so yeah, 4 health gone. Jeez, that hurt so much. We're definitely going to have that boss retreat back to his lair, right up here. Don't want to deal with you. Okay. Whew, okay, speaking of the Druid, it is his turn. He can now discard this. Actually, I think I'm going to remove this from the game. This is can be nice, but there's too many of them. I'm going to discard it and not worry about it right now. Okay. So we did eat. We do have these 2 gnomes right in those spots, which are tempting, but I don't have the right weapon. I could attack this skeleton guy. I don't have defense, and I'm already low on health. Kind of don't want to deal with him because he can be a pretty big nuisance. If I had a shield, I would totally go for this guy. So what I'll do instead is let's go ahead and move up here for 1 action. And the next action is I'm going to use this ability to search that spot again. Let's find another item. Hopefully you can get something that can help me. Maybe some health, maybe a potion would be really good here. Something where I feel more confident attacking him. Well, food's always good. So it's food. That's my 2nd action. Let's do a 3rd action. Let's search again. We found more food. Can't complain with that. And we have 1 more action. We could try attacking him. Now, in order to attack him, we do have to unequip this to actually get a dice, as far as I understand it. So we'll roll 1 dice, and then I can re-equip this after the battle. Let's just try it. I'd rather try to take him out, because we do need to make progress on this quest. So he rolls 1 purple die, and we're going to roll 1 orange die, and that's it. So hopefully we make contact with his attack. Come on, let's see who we hit. Okay, he hit us for 1, we hit him for 1, but luckily he only has 1 health, so we did take him out. So he's eliminated, he's removed from the game, but we did take a damage for that, so we are going to take a health damage here. Let's go ahead and re-equip that now that the combat's over. And I should have, in hindsight, used these to heal up. I'll use 1 right now to get back 1 heart. Now, I only get back this heart because it's the yellow one, right? Not the red one. And this I'll keep for now because I'm going to have to eat at the start of next turn. Okay. Gnomes moved. The nice thing is we defeated that gnome. He's not moving anymore. So let's flip over to the next card. We have, advance the time of day. So now we're in dusk. And now we must spawn an enemy. So that goes like that. And the enemy we spawn is, we have to roll this die. So this is the die. There's different numbers on them, different colors. There's actually green on there as well. And so based upon rolling this number, we'll spawn a monster of that value. And it will spawn in this spot. Now, the important thing is, because we're on dusk, these 2 symbols are intentionally the same. We're going to spawn 1 monster up here and 1 monster down here. So this one up here first, roll this die and see what we get. We get a beige 2. So we're going to get this lovely skeleton popping up there. And now I have to roll a die again for this spot down here. So let's see what we roll into. A purple 2. Purple 2 is going to be this vampire showing up down here. Now it's the witch's turn. Fortunately, she's at a spot that she doesn't have to eat, so that's good. Let's have her first action moved over here. Second action, let's go ahead and explore that location. We found, oh, a monster lair. Great. So some monster pops up in her spot. Let's see what monster she does find. Right, rolling this dice, and we get a purple 2. Now, in this game, there's only one purple 2 out. So what we have to do is spawn a monster one level lower. So we're going to get this purple 1 instead, this Ghast. Or Ghast or Spirit or something. So he'll appear in her location. Okay, I'm going ahead and use my next action to pick up all those items in that spot. So the gold and the bones. And I wanted the bones because of our spell. Our spell over here, we can spend bones to get more spells or use this as attack symbols. I think I'm going to use it for the attack, actually. So I think let's go ahead and attack him. Because we do have defense, but we're rolling 1 die. I think we can take out this enemy. Actually, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to spend this wood, too, while I'm at it. To spend that wood, let's upgrade our shield so we can do this combat. So the shield, ooh, this one gives us a nice one. This gives us 3 dice instead of 2. So we've got upgraded shield. So in this combat, we're going to roll 1 orange, 3 blue dice, and we have this bone to give us an extra attack, or defense if we need to, but most likely I'll do attack. So I'm hoping I can take out that enemy in one of these attacks. So 3 blue dice, 1 orange dice, and they're only rolling 1 purple. So let's roll all these symbols and see what we get. We need to just land 1 hit. Okay, so we got all the blocks, a block there, and no hits. So unfortunately, it blocked it. If this was an attack, we could actually take him out. All right, let's do our last action, try to attack that enemy again. Roll the dice, and okay, didn't block anything. We blocked their attacks, but remember, we do have this bone over here. Spend this bone, that'll give us 1 attack. So let's do that. That gives 1 attack. They can't block it. That does actually defeat that enemy. So let's remove the enemy from the game, and we get a spell, 2 spells technically, and an item. She does have food. I wouldn't mind if we got a free weapon. Honestly, a free weapon would be great. There's some other things that might be nice to draw into. Oh, got a precious gem. So this actually counts for, it can turn this in to get 2 coins, which is nice because there's a weapon forge right there. We'll have to go do that. And then we get our 2 spells from defeating that enemy. Let's see what we get here. So the first one we can turn in gold or gem to upgrade, and the second one we can turn in gold or fire to draw 2 items from the bag. We have lots of ways to upgrade weapons with her. Okay, that's the end of her turn. We must draw the enemy turn. So we're in dusk phase, so this guy is running again, this gnome. Now, we don't have a card to draw because this is our discard, right? So now what you do is we add a card from this deck into here. We'll shuffle this up and then draw from there. Now remember, anytime we need to draw a card and this is empty and there's no more cards to draw, we lose the game. The card we draw is monster is going to move, drop stuff, and then attack. And then we're going to advance time. So he will move here. And then he's going to drop stuff there. This one is going to move down here and drop stuff there. So Volcans is going to drop down, looks like a potion and an apple. And our golden falcon there is going to, or mechanical falcon is going to drop, oh, of course, gold and a mushroom. So more food over there. Now we're going to advance the time to dusk. Or night, technically. It is our druid's turn. He's in the wilderness. He must discard food, otherwise take a wound. So we can discard that 1 food. All right, what I'm going to do is let's search in that spot. Let's hopefully find a weapon or something. Let's see what we draw into that. Oh, we did. We got a weapon. Perfect. Come on, weapon. Come on, weapon. Ooh, this is a golden weapon. You see here, it's got a little gold around it. So this is perfect for taking out our boss. We need to hang on to this. It also gives a bonus 2 additional dice for purple enemies we attack. And it can be upgraded, of course. So I hang on to that because we absolutely need that for the boss. That was the first action. Second action, let's search again. I would ideally like to get food, maybe a potion. A potion would be really, really nice, honestly. Oh, speaking of which, that's a potion. Perfect. These potions you can discard to add +1 attack or defense to any combat. So I feel a lot better about attacking him then. And then let me look one more time. Yeah, we'll look one more time. See if we can't get something good. Oh, food. Perfect. That's what I was hoping to see. Okay. So we searched 3 times. Got 1 action left. Let's use our last action to attack this gnome. So we're going to unequip our weapon so we can actually attack him. We'll equip again. So basically, just going to roll 1 die. I'm going to leave this here for now. So roll 1 die, and he's going to roll 1 purple die. We're probably going to take damage, but we do have that potion to help us. So 1 and 1. Let's see what happens here. Come on. Roll well. Okay, he's going to do damage to us. We're going to take him out. but let's go ahead and use that potion to block that damage. We'll get a shield for that, and we'll put that back in the bag. Those potions are really, really nice. So that's great. We did defeat that gnome. So we have one more gnome web there to defeat, and then we can attack our first boss here. Okay. His turn is done. Gnomes will go. We're at night phase, so this gnome is going to move closer. So he's going to move one space. And then we need to draw a card and resolve the fun effects. Oh, advancing the time again, so back to morning, and then we do have to spawn a monster. Okay, now we have to spawn monsters. We have to spawn a monster up here and down here. Now, there's a special rule. Special rule is that it's already a monster there and there. In those spots, we don't actually have to roll. Instead, we can spawn one of these imps one space in towards the middle of the board from that location. Now, these are entirely optional. You don't have to play with them. They do make the game more challenging. How they work is they do have a heart symbol up here. And you notice they do have a bow and arrow. So when they do activate, they will deal damage to enemies adjacent to them, if there are any heroes there. When you do kill them, they do drop 2 food. Now, they don't have a associated type either. So when you attack them, your special weapons that give us bonuses to different types, they don't affect this guy either. So we're going to spawn one of those guys right down here. And because we have a monster here, another one right here. So yeah, not great. So... And now it's the witch's turn. She does have food to discard. So I'm going to discard this. Not actually using, just discarding it for the food source. I'm going to remove that from the game because we don't need those cursed mushrooms. In this one, we have a lot of ways to heal. And then we'll have to take her turn. I think we can try to take out that imp over there. Let's see what we can do. Because we do have a lot of defense, actually. Only 1 attack, which isn't great. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll roll all these dice and see if we can take out the imp since we're there. Okay, come on. Hopefully he rolls an attack, actually. Nope. All blocks, nothing happened there. So I'm going to leave him alone for now. My second action, I move up here. Third action is too much in here. I got to pick up some of the stuff. Look at all that good stuff. And my last action, I'll move to this lair here. Now we're pretty full on items, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard one of these, put it back in the bag, to go ahead and get another heart back. So we could probably use that. We do have the ability to get more spells. I think we're doing okay in spells, honestly. I really just need to get a weapon for her. Okay, gnomes will activate, but there are no more gnomes of that symbol on the board. So we don't have to worry about that. We do our next card. Oh, boss is moving, dropping 2 things, and attacking. So this boss is coming towards the dwarf. He's going to move down here. No one to attack. He's going to drop 2 things in his spot. And unfortunately, our other boss is right next to our witch, which I know is dangerous, but it is what it is. It's going to drop 2 things there. And then this boss is going to move back to protect his home, apparently. And he's going to drop 2 things there. Hopefully, our witch can use whatever he drops. Luckily, she's got a good amount of defense, so she might be able to withstand this attack from this boss. But he's going to drop, looks like iron and a medkit in that spot. Now, with that attack, he's going to be rolling 4 dice. And we're going to be rolling 3 blue dice. Because remember, we're upgraded, so no attacks because we can't actually do damage to them because we don't have gold weapon. I have to get to level 3 to do that. So it looks like they have 1 attack, 2 attack, they have 2 blocks, and 2 more blocks do nothing. So we did survive that attack from that boss. Now it's our druid's turn. He must eat. And now take his turn. Okay, let's have our druid run for it. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, all the way up here. Because I really want to take out this guy here. So, and then our last action is going to be attacking this skeleton. The skeleton is beige. The benefit is, the reason why I decided to go up here, if you look at his weapon, it is a beige weapon. So we're going to roll 3 red dice against it. So 3 red dice against his 2 purple. So I think there's a decent chance we can do some damage here. So 2 purple, 3 reds. We don't have any shields, unfortunately, but let's see if we can't take out that guy. It'd be really great if we can get some hits on here. Our last action, though. It's a little risky. There's a lot of stuff around him. Here we go. Okay, it did 1. He blocked it, and we just take 1 damage. So that was not worth it. We just took a damage from that attack. Oh, okay. End of his turn. No gnomes to move. We flip over our next card. Looks like bosses are going to attack, and monsters are going to attack. So this boss wants to join the fun. He's going to come back this direction. Of course, our witch is going to deal with that guy. And then these guys are going to... Oh, looks like he's getting attacked, actually, from a couple guys. This one's going to move up here. and here, and here. So they come marching. So, we have 1 health from the archer, just straight up on our druid, unfortunately. And then this guy's going to attack again. So we're going to do the same attack as before. 3 with a purple. Hey, we might lose our druid. Come on, druid, you can do it. You can survive this attack. Here we go. So, oh, okay. That's not bad. We actually did 1 damage to him, and we took no damage. So how we mark damage in this game, now this is standee game normally, but we do have these little markers. So we can take one of these markers and slot it on top of him. If he takes 2 damage, we do defeat him. Okay, so that's that combat. We of course have our boss combat up there, which is our 4 purples and 3 blues. Let's see if our witch can withstand this assault from this enemy again. So she's becoming quite the tank in this one. So, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that was a sword. 3 attacks, but 3 blocks. She is good. No problem. Okay, speaking of which, it's her turn. So I think the first thing I want to do is search that spot. So let's see what we find. We found food. Oh, wait, first, we do have to discard. Sorry, have to eat. And then we're going to put this down to find food. So we'll move this off the board. And we'll grab the food source. She found an apple, which is nice. Actually, let's use the apple right away to go ahead and heal. Let's heal 1. And I'm going to pick up those 2 items as my second action, because I need a room for those items. So you can't hold a lot. Okay, so I have all that stuff in that space. Let's go ahead and leave that space as my second action. Or, yes, third action, sorry, down here. So I got to help the druid, I think. So we've got a lot of targets in this spot to deal with. She only rolls 1 red dice. I don't think she can take out that skeleton very well, but she has other targets she can help with. I think what she's going to do is take out that gnome. That might be the best thing she can do. Yeah, let's take out that gnome. Okay, so for the gnome attack, he's rolling 1 purple. We're rolling 3 blues and an orange. So remember, we just got to do 1 damage to him. I think we can block it all, but hopefully we can do that extra attack to take him out. Okay, we did 1. He is blocking it. But we can actually spend our bone to turn into another attack that will get through and finally defeat that gnome. That gnome is gone from the board, which is great. That's the last one in the quest, which means we can now attack the boss. Okay, remove this counter as well, because we have no more gnomes to activate. That's the end of her turn. We now have the next enemy turn, so everything's moving and attacking. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Well, this is the easy one. He just moves here. This moves in the spot here, and looks like here, and then here as well. So we have a party. We have everybody there. Everybody to attack. Oh my goodness. I think what we'll wind up doing is, I think we're going to have the druid deal with, well, first, actually, this guy's going to, we have 2 of them, actually. Hold on. The witch has health. She can actually take 2 of those health away. So there's 2 imp attacks. Okay. And then what we have is we got all these attacks to deal with. I want to have the witch basically take all the attacks, except for this one up here. This skeleton. I think the druid can actually take him out. It's risky. It's very risky, but I think we're going to try it. So let's start with the easy one first. Let's start with this imp. Imp and the witch. So just a purple. Let's do all the witch's attacks first. Here we go. So here's the witch's dice, and here's the imp. So let's see if we take any damage from this attack. Oh, perfect. We block it, and we did actually kill that imp, which is great. So he's out of the game, not coming back. We're going to get 2 food in that spot. I did say in that spot, but technically the mushroom and fish we drew, that actually goes to the witch herself. And she can only hold 1 of these, unfortunately, so she's either going to have to drop something or get rid of something else, because she doesn't have a lot of space in here. So I think what we'll end up doing is we'll just put the other one back in the bag. Okay, and then we have a 3 attack and a 4 attack coming at her. So let's do those 2 next. Do the 3 first. So the 3 attack, this is going to be a lot more challenging to deal with. See what happens here. So she rolled, oh my gosh, that's horrible. 1 shield, she's going to take 2, but she does do 1 damage to him. So taking 2 more hearts away, which isn't great. Getting low. But we did do 1 damage to that 3 health skeleton lord. So there we go. 1 more damage on him, like that. And of course we have the boss. Now the boss, doesn't matter, we can't hit this boss, so we're just going to roll these dice. Ooh, these dice, sorry, and see see if we can't defend it all. Come on, Witch, you can do it. Blocks 1. Looks like she's going to take 1. So not great. She's down to 1 life. Oh boy. Now for our Druid. There's a skeleton in his spot. We're going to be rolling 2 purple dice. And he's going to be rolling his 3 reds, and that is it. If he can do 1 damage, that'd be awesome. But he's probably going to die. Let's see, the best situation here is if they roll 2 swords, reroll... No, 2 shields. All shields. Yeah, 2 shields, and we roll 3 attacks. That's the best result we can get. Let's see what happens. That is absolutely nothing. Literally nothing happened. Okay. At least we survived. Speaking of which, it's the Druid's turn. He has nothing to eat. He is down to 1 life as well. So much for survival, right? Oh, one thing we can do, actually, before you continue on his turn, we can actually have these guys retreat. So we're going to take the boss, retreat him up here. And we can treat any enemies that deal damage to us. So this guy did do damage to us. We can retreat him and retreat him to any spawn point. I'm going to move him all the way down to this spawn point. I just don't want to deal with him right now. So we have a little bit less to worry about up in that spot. For the Druid's first action, let's go and explore that location. We actually haven't done that yet. Let's see what we find. We find just a marketplace. Sweet. So we can find any 1 item from the bag. Food would be great. A shield would be awesome. If somehow we can get a shield. We find gold. Okay, not bad. We can use it for spells and stuff at least. Let's move up here in the corner for a second action and third action to explore that. We found another marketplace up there and see what we get. We found fire. Not at all useful for him. We need to get these the witch to exchange though. Okay. Last action, let's move back and join the witch here. Okay, time to draw the boss card. Boss is going to move, and of course we have tons of enemies. We don't have to spawn anything. So boss is going to move and attack. So we have this one moving here, nothing to attack. And then we have we're too close to this guy's home base, so he's come down here and attack. We'll have our witch try to withstand this assault. Come on, you can do it, witch. Get all the blocks you need. You can do it. 1, 2, perfect. 1, 2. There's only 1 attack out of that. We did survive that attack. So Witch's turn. She must discard food, otherwise starve, which is not a good situation for our Druid who's standing right there. I think the best option is to take out this guy to get the food. We can also just go up there and get automatic food. That's probably even easier. We need to get out of this, and we need to get more weapons, is what we need to do. Okay, what I'm going to do is, let's do an exchange. I'm going to trade with the Druid. He definitely needs the medkit. So, I could use the fire for sure, because a lot of fire abilities. I have a lot of coins here. We could find the item we need. That's what we need to do. I think a lot of these resources we can use. Yeah, so I'm actually going to take the gold, because he can't really use the gold for anything. So I'll take all his resources. I'll give those to him. Actually, part of the exchange, we're going to give this iron up to him as well. We have enough shield. I just need more room for her to carry stuff. It's ultimately what we need. So that's our first action. Our second action, we're going to run for it. We're going to go 2, 3. Then here is a blacksmith. So we can spend a gold to draw a weapon, or spend 3 gold to find anything we want from the bag. I actually have 3 gold with this, which counts as 2 and 1. So we're going to find anything we want from the bag. We're going to find the staff. It's going to 2 dice, plus 1 against skeleton stuff, and then we can upgrade, of course, which is pretty nice. But that'll be finally get her the weapon she needs, so she can start doing some damage. Actually, before we end our turn, we have things we can do. We have down here these spells. We can do a lot with these resources. I'm going to use this, let's see, I'm going to use this gold, one of these golds here, to draw 2 items from the bag. Hopefully we get some food or something else, something useful we can use here. Or maybe even can get some spells going, honestly. So draw 2 things. Oh, sweet, got 2 fish. That's not bad, actually, at all. Then what I want to do is, let's go ahead and use the fire here to get 2 more spells going. So let's draw 2 spells and see what we get. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. We got wood. We can turn wood and iron into money, or we can turn gold or gems into hearts, which is awesome. Yeah, so I think let's we're gonna go crazy here. We're going to use these two food sources to give us back two regular hearts here and here. Now, normally you can't do that, but we have a spell that lets us trade that in right there. Okay, and then what we'll wind up doing is let's use this gold to heal up as well. So that's going to give us 3 more hearts up here. So that will give us a lot more health to work with. We have iron left over. We can use the iron for upgrading or getting gold. Oh, actually, we can go for another weapon. Let's do that. Let's turn that in. Let's go for another weapon, see what we find. Because we're actually because it basically gives us a gold. If we look at the spot, we're actually at the blacksmith anyway. So we could turn that in to upgrade or something. Or we can get another weapon. I want to get another weapon. Which you find this wooden weapon, this wooden spear. Which, the weird thing is, if I understand things correctly, I could turn that in to get another gold. And I'm actually just going to remove that from the game. Because we don't really need it. To get another gold to look for another weapon. As we do this combo to keep searching for something. That is also wood, a wooden shield, which wouldn't be bad for the Druid. Because he could use that. We'll hang on to it for now. We'll hang on for now. So she's done. Now, let's do the monster turn. Now, I had to take a card from here, shuffle into deck. So we did that. We're getting low. Remember, we got a few more rounds to this deck to see what happens. And let's draw our card to see what happens. We are advancing the time. So we're going to do high noon. And we have to spawn a monster. So let's roll the die. And we're only spawning 1 up here on that spot here. Let's see what we spin into. We get a green 1. So we get this little orc. We can't see him on the green screen. Drops 2 food right there. So he's going to be going right here into this spot. So that actually is the best card we could have drawn. Now, unfortunately, we do have to eat food with our Druid. He has no food. He's losing the last heart. He is then, unfortunately, getting eliminated. So he's going to be replaced with the Knight. So we do have to take this marker, Tombstone, to mark that one of our heroes for fallen we'll put right here. So put it on the 1 side. Next time someone dies, we put on the 2 side. And next time a person dies, we actually lose the game. So so we have our knight popping up, and he'll be starting over at the castle, which is going to be his turn right now. So I think that for the knight, we have got some pretty good choice here. Let's pick up these items. We'll take food and the gem. We'll move 2, 3, and his last action will be to use this to get 2 coins, and then he can actually draw. We'll hang on to 1 coin for now, but let's draw a weapon first to see if we can get a really nice weapon. Oh, sweet. We got the gold sword. It's back. We're right. Woo-hoo. Okay, that was good. We'll use that other coin to draw another weapon because I really want him to get a wooden weapon too. So we need the gold weapons and the wood weapons. So he draws into a shield, which isn't too bad. It gives you 1. And depending on who's attacking, you can get maybe 2 more dice with that. He already has 1 shield to start with, so that's okay. There we go. That's better than nothing. That's his turn. So now we've got to draw the card for the bad guys. We draw into all enemies activate. Here they come. We have these guys moving to the spot here. This guy's going to move closer. And then these guys are moving closer as well. Now we have to deal with this mess. The imp can do damage to one of us. We'll have the knight lose a health. Because the boss is attacking. And we're going to have our witch try to take down that boss a little bit. So she is rolling 2 dice against the boss, plus 3 blue and the 4 purple. We can actually do damage to him because there are no more gnomes in that area. So there's a small chance we can actually deal some damage to this boss. So let's see if we get lucky. Come on, let's do some hits. We got 1 hit. He blocked that. He did 2 hits to us. We can block 1 of it. And we can send them back. Do we want to send them back is the question. I think so. I think we really need to level up a little bit more. So let's send them back here. We'll just take 1 wound from that attack. Okay, now it's the witch's turn. Now, he does have a shield and some good stuff. I think what we'll wind up doing is, let's make the exchange. I'm going to exchange here. I'd rather have him have the better shield, honestly. And we're going to get rid of the shield for the wood. So we have that spell for another coin. You see what's coming. We're going to draw more weapons. Going for those better weapons is what we're trying to do here. Let's see what we get. We found a silver shield. Okay, so that's iron. So that can also be used for money, potentially. But let's hang on to that for now. So that's our... So now what we'll wind up doing is we have this guy. He's been wounded. Let's try to take him out. We'll move over here for 1. Our second action is let's attack this guy. So he's going to be rolling 2 purple dice against our 3 blues, and we actually have a 3 orange against him. I say that because we look at our ability here, we get an extra beige dice down here for attacking a beige character, and he is beige, and we can tell that by his base here. It's got beige on it. So we're going to be rolling 6 dice against his 2. We only got to do 1 wound to him to take him out. Let's see if we can make this happen. Come on, witch. Oh, look at that big attack roll. He blocks 1, but then we do 2 to him, and we're going to take 1 ultimately. So we're going to take our 1 damage, but that guy is defeated. He's removed from the game. We're going to get an item, a gold, and a bone. And more importantly, he's got a number 2 on him. So how leveling up in this game works is if you ever defeat an enemy that's higher than you, you get to go up 1 level. So I'm going to put a 2 down here, which means we can now use all this fun stuff. So let's give our things now. We get a random draw. We get wood for the item. We get bone and gold as well. Bone and gold. Okay, let's go ahead. Since we can use these improved weapons, let's put that over there instead now. That's great. Okay, I have 1 more action. Let's move back to the armory here, because I think we're going to have to do some things there. That way I don't have to worry about eating, because I don't have any food. We can actually try to find more stuff. I think that might be worth it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead. Since we have stuff, we have a gold coin here. Let's spend that gold to try to find a random weapon. we're just going through all the weapons. We're giving him so much business. He's gonna retire early. That's what's happening. Okay, we found an iron shield, which isn't bad. Do we really need it is the question. We could turn it in for another gold to find another item. Because what I'm really looking for, I'm really looking for a better weapon for us. So let's do that again. Turn it in. Let's try to find a different weapon. Oh, there we go. An iron sword. That's perfect. Let's get rid of this one. We don't need that one anymore. As we level up, she's going to be rolling so many dice now. And then I am actually going to remove this one from the game, get another gold. Keep looking. We're looking for like a gold shield would be awesome to hang on to, or anything that the knight can use. Oh, there's a weapon for the knight. You can use that one, I guess. Actually, I didn't have to get rid of the one I just got rid of, but that's okay. All right. Actually, these are really great for the knight. So she will end her turn there. I'm pretty happy with that so far. I think the goal for her, if we can get down here, take out this guy, or even have her go after the boss and level up, get to max level. We have that gold weapon over there. We can start going for this guy too. That might be the way to go. I think the witch is ready to start swinging for the fences. Anyway, let's draw a card. Here we go. We have everyone activating. Okay. So looks like this guy is gonna move here, here, and this guy's gonna move here as well. Looks like this guy is gonna move. Oh, you know, I think I forgot to move him last time. I forgot to move him, guys. I'm so sorry. He would have been here. Yeah, he would have been here. I forgot to move him last time. Okay. But we have all this happening. We have that imp doing a damage to somebody. We're going to do to our knight. Okay. And then we have, looks like a little orc guy attacking. And our boss attacking as well. So let's have our witch. Oh, she doesn't need all of it, though. Let's do it. Let's do it. So the witch is going to take care of all these attacks. So the first one, he's going to roll 1 purple against this roll down here. All right. He'll probably drop something for us, I'm thinking. Let's see. We block it. Oh, yeah, we totally took him out. Okay. So he's going to drop. He's out of the game. And we're going to get 2 food from that. Now we have the boss attack. So the boss is going to be rolling these 4 dice. We're going to be rolling these 3. We could roll these. These aren't going to do nothing, though, right? Because we can't deal any damage to that boss until you complete the quest. which we need a golden weapon that we can actually use. So here we go. Let's see if she can block all that. She rolled 2 blocks. We have, looks like 1 is getting through, so she is going to take 1 damage. But then we can actually send that boss back to his lair up there. Get away from us. Okay. It's Knight's turn. Now, he doesn't have to eat because we're at the armory still. The Knight is going to do an exchange. So we're going to exchange these items here with the Witch. She doesn't need these anymore. Make sure he's good to go. Actually, let's give the Witch the golden weapon too, because I think she's going to be the one most likely to be able to take on that other boss. Let's give him... No, he's okay. He's okay like that. We got to keep our Witch healthy. Okay, that's his first action. Second action, let's go ahead and attack that imp there. So now, looking at what he has, he's going to roll in 2 orange and 3 blue dice against that 1 purple for the imp. Alright, let's see if we can take him out with a good source of food. Be nice. Okay, we did nothing to him, he did nothing to us. Our third action, second attack. Come on, take him out. We can do it. Also nothing. Last action. Here we go. We can do it. He blocked it. No. Oh, rough. Okay, bad guy card. Here we go. It looks like the bosses are going to move. They're going to drop 2 items and attack, and then we're going to advance time. So he's going to move here. He's going to move here. They're going to drop 2 items in both those spots. 2 items here. Looks like a health, more food and a health potion. Which is pretty nice. And then the other boss is going to drop down money and food over there. And we have to advance the time. That actually helped because the witch is going to go for this boss. It's time. So let's move here for 1 action. For another action, let's get rid of this wooden item. We're not going to use it anymore. Remove it from the game. And we can actually use wood to upgrade. Let's upgrade this golden weapon. Okay. And then, we can't use it yet, but that's okay. Now the question is, do I want to use one of these other 2 wood to help us upgrade this item? Let's do that. Let's spend this 1 wood to upgrade this as well. So we can do some more automatic damage. There we go. Okay. And since we're at it, let's use these 2 to heal. Let's get back 2 hearts so we're ready for this battle. Okay, so we just moved there, did some fun upgrading. 1 automatic damage plus those dice. Okay. There's actually a bunch of items in this spot. Let's do that actually. Let's pick up all these items for her. Let's see, it was 1. Move in there. This is going to be her second action. Yeah, let's go crazy. Let's use a bunch of these. Let's get even more health going here. 2 more. So she's at high health, which is good. We gotta keep. She's gonna be a saving grace for this game, I think. And these 2 are really nice to give as modifier to our rolls. So I'm really happy with how we are right now. Let's use our third action to attack that boss. Falconer should going down. This guy has 4 dice, and we're going to get 2 dice plus 1 automatic hit. So I'm going to set this one to a 1. That's automatic. And we're rolling these 3 dice. So 1 automatic hit plus all this stuff. Okay, we have to do 4 damage to him, and we have 2 attacks to do it in, ideally. So here we go. Okay. So it looks like we have 3 hits here and 1 block. So it looks like we are going to take, let's see, 1 damage is going to go through and 1 damage is going to come through to us. We have plenty of health. I'm okay with that for now. He's got 1 wound. We got to do 3 more to him. Take him down. Come on, big roll, big roll. Let's see what we get. Come on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 attacks at us. We do have 3 shields. This one's going to hit our automatic one. But look, we got 2 hits here. 1, 2, we're 1 short. But the nice thing about that one is we have a potion. That can be a +1 attack. That is actually 3 damage. That takes down the boss. Woo-hoo! He's removed from the game. And the nice thing is he was a higher level than us. We get to go to level 3. And then we can immediately do this fancy thing and equip our super sword weapon. Sweet. Okay, we're looking really good. Now we're going for our next victim. Oh, actually, we can do as well. Spend this health potion. Since we're at level 3, we can actually cover up the 3 on this board here, just like that. Okay, so she's doing pretty good. She just has to get to the last boss, which she can actually attack, but time is running out. Speaking of which, here we go. Draw this card. Bosses are moving, dropping 2 things, and then attacking. So it is only this guy that's going to be doing it. He's going to be moving on here, dropping 2 things, and he will be attacking, but look, no one's there to be able to attack. So he's dropping a bone and a mushroom there we can use. Okay, it's Knight's turn. He doesn't have to eat because he has a civilized spot, but we can attack that imp because he did not take out the imp last time. He's going to be rolling 2 attack dice and 3 shield dice against that 1 purple. Just going to do 1 damage to him. Let's see what he gets. Ooh, let's see. Oh, 2 hits. He blocks 1 of it, but 1 does get through. Whew, finally. The imp is removed from the game, and we get 2 food. So he's got more actions. I'll move down here with the witch. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to search. Let's go ahead and try to get a spell for him. See what he can do for it with a spell. He draws into gold or fire to get some hearts. He's got 1 action left. He's going to exchange. So let's go ahead and I'll take the iron weapon. Well, actually, yeah, we'll do exchange. I'm going to give the witch these 2 items, and he'll take the iron sword because he could probably use that more. She's got the golden sword. She doesn't need anything else. So, okay, bad guy turn. See what happens. We have bosses moving and attacking, and then if enemies on the board, we would spawn some, and we have enemies on the board. So this is the only boss that's going to move up here. Get ready to attack us. Okay, it's a witch's turn. She's going to get rid of this, remove her from the game, because she has to eat. She's not in a civilized spot anymore. Let's go ahead and use this for health. Get back another health marker. Okay. Let's go ahead and try to draw something from the bag. Hopefully we get something to help us take down that big boss. Oh, perfect. That's a gem. And that is actually pretty good. Because with that gem, we can get back hearts. It also counts we can get 2 coins, which is nice too. First action, second action, let's move up here next to the boss. And so we got 2 more actions. I want to attack the boss, but I think we can maybe set up a really nice combo here. So I'm going to turn this in for 2 coins. That's just what the item does. It counts as 2 coins. I'm going to just take 1 because I'm going to spend 1 right away because guess what? We're in our favorite armory spot. We're going to go ahead and find draw any weapon we want from the bag. So hopefully we get a golden shield is what I'm looking for. But actually, I think we're going to be set up to get one no matter what we do draw onto. So we draw onto a wooden weapon here. Now, looking down here, I can turn that wood into a coin. I'm going to remove that from the game to draw into another one. So basically what's going to happen, I'm going to keep drawing, turning them in as coins to keep using it to get a golden weapon. Oh, there's a golden weapon, actually. So, pretty cool sword. It does have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I upgrade it, not any better than what we have here, but I'll hang on to it. So that kind of stops our combo, but we have this other coin. So let's spend that coin to start the combo again. See if we can't get a golden shield. So there we go. Draw into it. There's a golden shield. That's what I wanted. Okay. Put that there and we'll equip that. So now that one gives us a whopping 4 dice. So now we're ready to take on the boss. So we got 2 actions left. Let's swing for it. So like always, boss is rolling 4 dice. We have 2 automatic hits plus 2 dice we have to roll, and these 4 blue dice. So this is the dice we're rolling with 2 automatic hits. And we can manipulate the result a little bit. So come on. You do 4 damage in 2 swings. Alright, that does nothing. We have 2 hits, they block 3, we block it back. So nothing happens there. Let's roll again. See if we can't do some damage. Get a better result this time and do some damage. Got to take him down to win the game. Here we go. That's amazing. We have 4 attacks. We have 3 shields. That blocks is 1 attack. So 3 blocks we do get 1 attack going through. So we did at least 1 damage. We have a potion we can use, but that's not going to kill him. So I'm just going to let that happen. We're going to have 1 damage on him. We need to do the remaining 3 at a later time. What my plan is. Alright, end of the witch's turn. Let's go ahead and draw our next card. So here we have the bosses are going to move twice and then attack. Luckily the boss is only there, so he's just going to attack again with that same result. So here we go again, just like before. 2 automatic hits plus these dice to roll. We need to be able to do 3 more hits to him to win the game. Okay, so that's 3 hits, but it looks like he has 3 blocks. So that is a wash. I could get one more hit out of that. Don't think it's worth it yet. So we're going to let that slide. Okay. It is now the knight's turn. The knight does have to eat. I did leave him food, so he's okay there. Now I can take his turn. So knight's going to go 1, 2, 3 to pick up all this stuff, because he's going to need it, I think. And 4, let's try attacking this guy here. So he's the vampire. 2 dice. This is going to be a difficult fight, unfortunately. But it'd be really nice to be able to get more weapons for him, get him more leveled up. So 2 purple dice. He's rolling 2 reds and 3 blues based upon the stuff he already has here. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, let's see if we can't do a little bit of damage here. Okay, we got 1 hit. He attacked with 2. We blocked 1 of it. That's not so good. So, and all that, we're just going to take 1 damage, unfortunately. Alright, his turn is done. Now we need to draw a card. We can't, but we still have 1 card left. We're going to shuffle the deck. Now, the next time we go through this deck and we can't draw a card, we're going to lose the game. So this is the final round of the game. Okay, let's draw 1 card, and let's see what happens for this turn. Looks like the bosses are going to move and attack, and then we're going to advance the marker and spawn an enemy. So the attack is going to happen first, right here. He's not going to move because he's right there. This witch and this mechanical monstrosity are in an endless battle together. So we have 2 automatic hits plus these dice. So he already has 1 wound on him. We need to be able to do 3 more wounds to win the game. Come on, here we go. Let's see what happens. That is not a great roll, honestly. We did block that, but he blocked our attack as well. So we'll just let that go. And then the rest of the card is we do have to move the time down here, and then we have to spawn a new enemy. So let's roll his die and see what we get. A green 2. So we do get one of these orc guys, and he's going to be popping on the board at this spot right here. Okay. Now it's the witch's turn. Actually, one thing I did miss. She does have this iron shield here. It would be good to give it to our knight, but I can use it to upgrade this shield to the max. I don't know if we need, though. I think I'll hang on to it. My ultimate plan, though, is having this knight. He's got this bones, which are really good for the witch. That'll give her the additional modifier she needs. Actually, we can do that right now. Okay, we're going to go for the big attack. So this bone is really tempting for the witch because she can turn that into an automatic hit, additional hit with her spells. So what she's going to do, she's going to move 1 to the knight. 2, let's make an exchange. I'm going to give the knight this shield because he can probably use that shield at some point. I'll take back the bone here. Okay. And then let's go back up here. Actually, I could give him this golden weapon because she doesn't need 2 golden weapons. 3, move back up here. And 4, let's do the attack. So, same dice as before, but now we've got these 2, which can turn into 2 extra hits. So here we go. 2 hits plus all of this dice rolling. We gotta do 3 damage to the Druid. Now we don't need to do all one go, but hopefully we do. Come on, see what happens. And look at that. So all those get canceled out. 2 extra hits or blocks to new, and then we got 1 hit. So 1 hit's going through, but then we can spend these 2 bones we have, which look over here, a spell, can turn into 2 extra hits. That is actually 3 damage going through, which does defeat the final boss and win us the game. So that, my friends, is Lord of Loot preview playthrough. So if you're interested in the game, go check out the video description to find a link to the crowdfunding campaign. If you have any questions or anything you saw here, drop a comment in the YouTube section below. I'll do my best to answer it. So hopefully you enjoyed the preview playthrough, and thanks for watching. See you next time at the guild. Bye-bye.